Man, what's good, man? We finna react to teen parents have to sacrifice their dreams. Me personally, man, I'm 20. I just turned 20 Saturday on September 3rd. You feel me? I have two kids. I have a an 11-month-year-old to turn one Friday, and I have another one on the way. She's not here yet, but she'll be here in December, on December 25th, Christmas. You feel me? And do we have to sacrifice our dreams? No, it actually makes our dreams come true. It actually gives us a reason on why we have to go harder. You feel me? It makes us, you feel me? A teen parent is just basically a young parent. At the end of the day, you're still a parent. You just so happen to be young. You feel me? That don't mean you lack responsibilities, and that don't mean, you feel me, you don't have responsibility no more. You feel me? You can still do your dreams. I feel like it's easier to follow your dreams while you're young than it is older. You feel me? Because, you feel me, it's more stress. It's more everything when you older. You feel me? Right now we young and got energy. Should have
From the
just
moment
skipped
she
this
was
part.
born,
Oh,
from
there
the
you go.
moment I was pregnant with her, I have had this giant burden of I'm the only one that cares for her. That's kind of been a recurring theme, is like, wow, if I don't figure this out, who will?
Okay, one thing I will say about teen parents is it's a stigma. I feel like that we're very ignorant and stuff like that. Like we don't know what we're doing because we're so young. You feel me? Like I feel like age has nothing to do with it. It's all about maturity. You feel me? It's a lot of neglecting parents that are older. You feel me? Parents be 50 years old and still neglect their child. You feel me? It has nothing to do with age. It's all about maturity and mindset. You feel me? Like it's a lot of single parents that are older. You feel me? Like a lot of parents choose to have kids in their 30s, and this is not no. You feel me? This is actual. This happens often. If you know what I'm saying, like people being single moms and stuff like that. I see it all the time. It happens, especially in the black community. Like it has nothing to do with age.
I'm pregnant.
It could happen to any one of us.
It could have been any of us.
Lots of girls get pregnant in high school, not like everybody else in high school.
I became a mom a little over 3 years ago at 17 years old.
I became a teen mom at the age of 14.
I was 16 when I became a dad.
So I was 18. It was actually right out of high school.
At first it was very hard, but I promised that I would.
I look at it like this. Like even though I had mine at a teen, I was still considered grown. You feel me? Like when you having it at 14 and 15, I still don't believe in abortions, bro. I definitely don't believe in abortions. But I feel like when you having at that age, I feel like it's on. I feel like it's more on the parent. You feel me? To teach their kid and watch their kid. Because if your kid is out here 14 years old, out here having sex, and they get pregnant, it's on you to raise that kid. Like you dang near gotta play the parent at that point up until the kid hits around 18, 19 years old. Then it's able to become its parent. But until then, you dang near gotta play the parent of your grandchild and your child. You feel me? Like at that point, you feel me? Like you can't put it off on you can't put it off on the kid, all on the kid at that point because it was too young. It wasn't taught that. At the same time, a dude need to watch you and learn on how to grow and take care of this kid. But at the same time, it's like you have to be there. You have a lot of responsibility as a grandchild if you allow your kid to be that young and have a kid.
The most annoying stereotype about being a teen mom was definitely that I'm not gonna make it and that my daughter's life will be less than because I'm so young.
When I tell people in my class, oh, I have a child, they're like, oh, like, they assume that I don't know as much as them because I guess I made the decision to have a child young.
A lot of people assume because you have a child, your life is completely over, but they're wrong. Hi, my name is Joanna. I am a mother to Esmeralda Platero. She's 2 years old.
I'm Allie. I'm a single mom of a little girl.
So my name's Eden, and I'm father to a beautiful little girl named Gwendolyn.
Hi, my name's Brandon. I have a 2-year-old son named Isaiah. I'm currently working like 3 jobs, and I just graduated high school.
Wow. Congratulations.
Right.
Please walk forward if you agree with the statement. I wish I had children later.
I'll answer this for me. Yeah, well, I didn't already pause the video. I don't wish I had my kids later. You feel me? Like I do not wish I had my kids later. I know me. I would not have the life you feel me? Like I'm already, you feel me? I'm young in my careers, you feel me? I just started a YouTube channel and I have a clothing line, so I'm still young in it, you feel me? So I'm not as busy. But later on, once the business start kicking off and everything start coming in and the deals start coming in, I'm not gonna have time, you feel me, to be raising a toddler, you feel me? Like I would not have time to be raising a newborn, you feel me? Like I really wouldn't, and I wouldn't be able to help my girlfriend raise the child, you feel me? Like it wouldn't be a thing. You feel me? Like it would be way harder. As of right now, everything is new, everything is fresh. You feel me? I have a lot of time on my hand. Obviously, I'm making money so that I'm able to provide for my kids and my family and put a roof over our head. But at the same time, we're still young and still figuring things out. So right now, it's the perfect time to have a kid. You feel me?
This I feel like this question is really hard because right off the bat people are gonna assume, oh, like you don't love your daughter or something. But like I do. I love my child with all my heart and everything I have to give. I'll do anything for her. But if I had the option, she'll be the exact same everything, but have her later, I would definitely choose to have her later. I mean, it just to get everything situated, to just set everything up to provide that for her. I would definitely recommend do it later. Do it when we're not children. When we're older and have more insight.
I agree with you there. It's like from a logistical standpoint, it makes a lot more sense to have money in the bank and to have support and to have a celebrated pregnancy and to have a partner and a house, all these things that you typically would. Although in the same token, we're so happy, we're so in love, we've learned so much, and being a parent is so much of who we are.
And
Me looking back, I'm happy. I'm really extremely happy that I decided to have my child. I was extremely comfortable with keeping my child because I knew that not only would she heal me, but I would be able to give her love that I was just eagerly willing to give to somebody, but of course deserving.
It helps you mentally. It just
hey, I love that. Hey, I'm loving these
Yeah.
answers,
makes you
man.
comfortable.
yeah.
It makes you happy. Just,
Right.
knowing that you're raising this kid, and you feel
Right.
proud of yourself.
Yes, I wouldn't.
Man, I love when people that have kids young, they embrace it. You feel me? They're not embarrassed about it. You feel me? They take pride in it. Cause I'll be real with you. I take pride in having kids. You feel me? Like a lot of people are embarrassed. They like to hide their kid, or you feel me? They're not really there with their kid, and this and that. It's a whole bunch of la la la. You feel me? But when somebody is our age and they, you feel me, sacrifice for their kids, you feel me, and they really love their kid, I love that, bro, because true love comes with true sacrifice, you feel me? And a lot of people my age ain't got no love, you feel me?
Change something, but in that moment when we're a young teenager about to go off to college, like we just got out of high school, our life was just beginning. I didn't have that hindsight. I didn't have that, oh, it'll work out. It's scary,
Yeah,
financially, socially, every way. And if I was in that spot, I think I would say yes. I would definitely want to have it later in life. And I mean, but yeah, hindsight.
I carry more of the burden of supporting my child than my partner.
To me, that's cap. You feel me? I know some people go through that, you feel me? I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Actually happens a lot, you feel me? But in my personal life, it is, it's about even. We both take care of it. We both work. We both are doing things, you feel me, to provide for our child. So nobody does more than the other, you feel me? And we always make sure the other person is good, okay, healthy. Like if you want to go somewhere, I watch the kid. If I want to go somewhere, she'll watch the kid. It's like that, you feel me? Like we got a very good system in place, you feel me, to make sure we're able to mentally provide for our kid and not, you feel me, get exhausted, and also, you feel me, just still be able to, you feel me, be a person, you feel me?
I'm sorry.
Excuse
That's
me.
all I want to say. I'm sorry that you're here.
Yeah, she doesn't work right now, but she does help in a different way by taking care of him, right? But it's mostly me making the money, and it's mostly her taking care of our child.
It's a hard thing to feel like the whole financial burden is on you because it just innates something in you and you're like, oh my gosh, if I don't bring money home for my
But at the same time, what I ain't trying to pause like that, cut them off. But at the same time, what I will comment on that is, it's like we're still at the same time. You do got to realize we still are young. So I mean, with anything in life, everything got its problems. Like nothing is perfect. You feel me? But that is a that probably is gonna be a problem. Like she's not working and this and that. That's just a part of the story to tell. You feel me? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing bad. You feel me? That ain't nothing to cry about. You feel me? Moan and groan about. You feel me? It's just a part of the story. You feel me? Y'all was young. We're young having kids. You feel me? So some people might not have a job right now. She ain't gonna forever not have a job, especially if you be a man. You feel me? Talk to her about it and let her know financial situations, this and that. You feel me? Like it's gonna come along, bro. You can't really cry about it. You feel me?
My child, what's gonna happen? And that's scary.
When COVID hit, actually, I've been laid off like twice. So there was a point in my life where I wasn't making no money. It was difficult finding a job that time, and I felt very unappreciated.
I kind of had the stereotypical story of being young and pregnant and her dad wanting to kind of live his life, and his family really supported him wanting to live his life, and I felt so much guilt and shame for wishing that he wanted to be around more when she was younger. He's grown into it a lot, which is really great, and I'm so thankful for that. But from the moment she was born, from the moment I was pregnant with her, I have had this giant burden of I'm the only one that cares for her. That's kind of been a recurring theme, is like, wow, if I don't figure this out, who will? And it's a scary feeling, but it's also the most beautiful thing because we've become...
One thing I say about that is you also gotta know who you sleeping with. Like at the same time, like yeah, we all young, you feel me, but you still gotta. That don't mean you stupid, you feel me. Like you still gotta know who you sleeping with. Like I used to say, I was not used to. I still comment on that and say that to this day. Like we're not dumb, you feel me. We should know who we are sleeping with, who we are having sex with. You feel me? Like I hate like people in my generation. Like we try to act like we're so stupid and we're still finding ourselves. Like we're way behind in society, man. We move a lot backwards, but I get what she's saying. It happens a lot. You feel me? I can feel her, but
become just this symbiotic relationship between me and her, and I just know her so well. I know everything about her, and I'm happy.
It's just crazy how fast we matured.
Yeah.
And you look at our, friends that we have, and they're a little bit more immature.
To selflessly serve someone will bring out wisdom in anyone because you're putting yourself last.
I was really in between disagreeing and agreeing from the beginning of, the pregnancy to now. Majority of that whole time frame, I was the one putting like 80% of, responsibility. I was buying everything.
That's usually how it is. My voice to crack, but you feel me? That's usually how it is with the mother. I'm not gonna cap. Like as of right now, she's definitely doing. She's not doing more than me, like not even the slightest. But when it comes to feeding, she's doing more because we breastfeeding. So it's gonna seem like she's doing a little bit more than me. But when it comes to food and stuff like that, you feel me? Like I'm obviously there. You feel me? Like clothes, whatever. You feel me? Like it's that. But as of right now, he's a newborn, so she is gonna put in more feeding time with him, I guess.
Literally, I didn't ask him for anything. It felt like I was a single parent. He would spend time with our daughter, but that's simply just not enough, I got an offer for modeling in January, and so I had to leave my state, and I had to leave my daughter behind with my family and her father, which is the hardest thing I ever had to do. The responsibility of my daughter is now like basically equal.
We still live in different households. We're still separate at the moment until we're saving up for we can get a place together. I see her every day, everything. We're together all the time. When I have to leave at night, and she doesn't get that opportunity to leave. If she gets up at night, she has to be with her. So I feel like that burden definitely, she has more responsibility in that aspect. And then she is with her more often because I do have a lot more responsibilities with school and working, but she's also doing school and work. So it's a roller coaster ride sometimes.
I wanted to ask, like, you being a teen father, I feel like people automatically assume that you put in less work. So when you tell people
That's
you
a
are
fact.
a teen parent, do they assume, or how does that go? Like,
Usually when people ask me if I'm a teen parent, it's usually when I'm with my son. So I'm like, oh, are you?
Hey, that is definitely a fact, bro. People feel like, cause I comment on teen parents a lot if you follow me on Instagram. People feel like I have it easier because I'm the dude. You feel me? I'm the man. You feel me? So it's like I really don't have to be there. Like, who are you to speak on anything? You feel me? All of the extra stuff. But you feel me? I definitely have it just as hard as she do. You feel me? Because when she gone and the baby's crying, I gotta deal with that. I gotta deal with changing the diapers. I gotta deal with all of that. You feel me? All the screaming and all of this, bruh. Like I deal with just as much stress as she does. You feel me? But a lot of people don't see that. You feel me? Because it's not the norm, I guess. You feel me? A lot of people are used to the dad just not being there.
Are you?
Which is
Is
sad.
this your brother? No, it's my kid. And they,
Your
oh,
brother.
okay,
Oh yeah.
right?
Babysitter?
So, babysitter,
Oh,
right?
are you? Do you have availability? Literally, that's the worst one.
Like, no, this is my kid. This is my, this is me.
For me, it just depends on the context. Like, and I'm not there. They ask my fiance, "Oh, like, is the father not in the relationship?" I think it's just a stereotype now that
Exactly.
the dad usually leaves and
Right.
a lot of responsibility falls on the mother.
My mental health was heavily impacted since becoming a parent.
I ain't gonna cat. I remember the question, but it's basically asking, has my mental health been impacted? Nah, my mental health has not been impacted. Do I get mad when he cries? Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. It does stress me out, but that doesn't mean if I was older, it wouldn't stress me out. It would stress me out more because I'm older. You feel me? Like as of right now, my feelings is at its peak. You feel me? You feel me? Or close to its peak. But if anything, it really made my mental health a lot stronger. It made my patience a lot stronger. You feel me? It didn't hurt me. I say.
I'm just trying to think of how to articulate this because it's a wide range of emotions. I feel like it's not only being scared. You got anxiety from, oh, I have to support my child. Am I doing this right? Doing this? And it definitely keeps you up at night. And I was never a good sleeper as is. It really did take its toll, whether it be like my social, how I interacted with like my girlfriend. I'd get kind of more irritable, I guess, but until I found that balance.
I come from a divorced family, so I feel like there was different groups of people that I needed to tell. And the first two people that we told, it was a really horrible reaction. It was slamming on the table, it was tears,
Yeah, that's definitely. I can definitely feel that. You feel me? Like, not for me personally, not in my family, but for her family, her mama really gave her a really hard time when she found out. You feel me? With the first one and this one that we're having now. You feel me? She definitely got a hard time when that happens. And I don't know if she continues to. I don't know, but it definitely was hard. I'll say that. You feel me? With the mixed emotions and a whole bunch of hate and doubt.
was in tears. I just wanted to disappear. I just wanted to not exist. They were talking about every option besides keeping her. And it was very sneaky and deceptive and under the table, like, hey, we can do something behind the
Wow, I
scenes.
went through the same thing.
Yeah,
Like,
as a woman, like as a girl too, like a pregnant girl, you're just so, your whole brain chemistry changes.
Don't disrespect yourself like that. You're a woman. You feel me? Once you had that child, you ain't innocent no more. You feel me? You're a woman. Don't backtrack.
When you're pregnant, you're on protect mode, you're on try to make everyone happy mode, and it's really weird. I think loneliness is one of the most scary, detrimental things that people can go through for their mental health. It just can be so painful, and when you're a young parent, it just feels like no one could understand what you're going through. You need people. It takes a village to raise children is such a great quote, and it's so true. I wanted so badly to be able to do it on my own and prove everyone wrong, and it was that moment I surrendered that pride, and I'm like, no, it takes people to pour in to me and to her and to love on her and help me do this. Asking for help can be one of the strongest things you can do.
I've basically been like a sad person since I was a little girl. About like the age of 9, I started, having depression and being suicidal. And in middle school, I actually was admitted into a mental hospital because I tried to like commit suicide. And that was literally right before my freshman year, before I got pregnant. And my mindset was, I was still depressed, you know. My household and the people who were in my life were very, very extremely toxic and abusive. So when I felt pregnant, it was like, I call her my lifesaver. I truly do, because like I don't know where I would be. I don't even think I would be on this earth if I didn't fall pregnant. Like, I literally fell pregnant at 14. I had to go to school with my baby father. At that time, he was not claiming the child. So I literally saw him in the hallways every day, you know, with my big belly, you know. I would be crying like every single night. So I didn't really have anybody support, but.
So you want to give the child the happiness that you didn't have when you were there.
Exactly. But every time I look down at my stomach, I was just like, I'll do this for you. And I know that you're gonna give me the love that I wish I was raised with, you know. And I will give you the love because you deserve it. And that's what really took me off, and I started just becoming the woman that I'm supposed to be for my daughter and for myself, you know. So
I respect that.
I did it.
I also grew up in a bad childhood. You know, my parents were also teen parents. So they were on and off for like 10 years, and my dad will get very domestic with my mother, and I had to, you know, go through that, had to watch that, and I had to see my mom's pain. So I was also very depressed. I was also suicidal when, you know, I found out that she was pregnant, and I was, you know, to be honest, I was embarrassed. You know, like I would get where I live, you know, I would get clowned on. You know, hey, you know, you got that girl pregnant, but I decided not to look at it as a negative thing, but more of a positive thing. Okay, well, I have a motivation that all these people don't have. With the situation I had with my ex, with the mother of my child, with my baby mom, you know, I noticed that there was those red flags I saw from my childhood that I don't want for my son. I don't want him to see that. And my goal is to break the cycle. I don't want my kid being a teen parent. So I'm gonna make sure he's taught well, because I never had a father figure that taught me about sex, about using condoms. I think we can all agree that it's very hard to tell our parents that we were pregnant or we got to go pregnant.
When it comes to that, I wouldn't want obviously I wouldn't want my son having kids 15, 16, even 17, you feel me? But once he's grown pretty much you can tell he's finna be out his way, on living his own life, you feel me, and finna be out the house. What he do is what he do, you feel me? He's a grown man. Obviously, I'm going to raise him up and teach him what it is and what it's not, you feel me? But at the same time, once he's grown and he decides to find a beautiful woman, and you feel me, and they love each other, you feel me? That's what comes with love, you feel me? You spread your love, you spread your legacy, you feel me? That's what it is, you feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with having sex, you feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with having kids, you feel me? It's just all about how you go about doing it, you feel me? Obviously, but it ain't nothing wrong with two grown people doing two grown people things, you feel me? That's how I look at it. But if they doing it in my house, you feel me? Now that's different.
For me, when I told my mom, you know, me knowing that she was also a teen mom, oh man, she went crazy. She started throwing stuff, plates, pots, everything. Started dodging it like the Matrix. I was like,
I got very lucky at the time that I told her. Like, I think because she was a teen parent, also she had me very young, and she had sacrificed a lot of her life to make sure that I had the opportunity she didn't have. I found it was just like a slap in the face to her. I felt like that was going to be the hardest person to tell because you had worked all your adult life.
Hey, and I feel like that too, you feel me? I can't agree with the teen mom, you feel me? My mama was old when she had me. She was almost 40. She was like 35 when she had me. My dad was like 36 when they had me, you feel me? So they was older, you feel me? Like old, you feel me? Like granddaddy old, you feel me? But at the same time, you feel me, they still parents. That's why I speak on the things that I speak, because I'm a young parent, but I also got this perspective of an older parent. So you feel me, I'm seeing both sides of how things are, you feel me? Not only that, my big brother, he had kids when he was my age too, you feel me? So it's like I'm seeing both sides of the coin, you feel me? And it's like, bro, it's like, that's why I have the perspective that I'm like, I would want to have kids while I'm younger, like early 20s, you feel me? Late teens, like already out the house type, you feel me? I'm not trying to be even mid 20. I feel like 26, 27 is too old to have a kid, you feel me? Because you trying to get your life together. For most people, you feel me, they're probably just graduating college. They fresh out of college, probably about a year or two out, you feel me? They trying to find their career. They still finding themselves, you feel me? I do not feel like that's the perfect time to have a kid. You feel me? I feel like the perfect time to do it is when you fresh, not fresh out of high school, whatever you choose to do. I just don't, me personally, I just don't feel like you should do it when you're older, and that's, you feel me, off of what I've been seeing and what it is, you feel me, and everybody even my grandparents, you feel me, they are like a family of like 15, you feel me, and they parents was having kids at 18, 19, you feel me, just having kids, you feel me, like that's what it was, bro. Like people were having kids, you feel me, like it's just recently with this feminist right movement and people hating kids for some reason, bro, when we stop denying and saying, you feel me, you should have 1 to 2 kids once you're 30. You feel me? By that time, most most women they're not able to really bear kids like that in the first place. You feel me? And if they do, the kids usually come out messed up. Surprisingly, me or my brother didn't come out messed up, but you feel me? We're an anomaly. This isn't normal. You feel me? Like people usually they either have a premature child or the child come out with Down syndrome. Something is wrong with the child. You feel me? The child rarely comes out normal. Like the older you get, the less fertile you are. You feel me? And it's like you shouldn't wait that long to have kids. You should really do it while you're young. But due to the feminist right movement, you feel me? We think differently about it. You feel me? We look at that as wrong, and it gets deeper than the feminist rights movement. But that's about 70% of
to
everything.
prevent this from happening, to make sure I get a good education, don't repeat the cycle, for me just to go back and repeat the cycle. She just wanted to provide me with that network, so it wasn't as hard, so I can finish.
I'm sorry to pause. Basically, what I meant by the feminist right movement is this mindset of I can do it all by myself. I don't need no man. I can get the same job as a man. Da 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 da. Nothing wrong with that mindset, but it's nothing wrong with a woman working. I don't see nothing wrong with that. What I see wrong is it like the mindset they have when they feel like they don't need nobody. It gives them this narcissistic complex. You feel me? They become very selfish with their mind, you feel me, with their life, you feel me.
Finish what I was doing and provide for my daughter and just have access to these opportunities still. So I'm definitely
They got a lot
very
of
grateful.
ads.
There are goals I've had to sacrifice since becoming a parent.
No, there's not one goal that I think I said this in the beginning, but there's not one goal that I sacrificed.
Well, since I had my daughter right out of high school, I don't have the opportunity to pursue like a legal education maybe I wanted to have done, because I've gotten offers from schools out of state, like, oh, we can give you scholarships, but obviously I'm not going to take them because my family's here and this is where we're rooted.
When I found out I was gonna become a father, I didn't really
Bring
have
family
any
there.
goals. I didn't know what I was gonna do, what I was gonna pursue as a career. Military was an option. I was looking into becoming enlisted in the Air Force, but in order to do that, I had to give up all my custody to the grandmother, since my baby mom is a minor. She's 17 right now, so it kind of got me stuck, because that was my goal, to join the military.
Educationally, I was always striving. Like, I was always on the honors roll. And so when I got to high school, I got the opportunity to graduate early, even having my child, But because at that time I was just into just being with my child 24/7, I didn't trust anybody around my child. Like, me going away to college, especially in another state, no, like I couldn't do that. I had to sacrifice that, but it was not much of a sacrifice to me. It was more of a sacrifice to my family. That's the way they saw it, After you have a child, your mentality changes and you really start caring about what makes you happy and makes a child happy.
All of my goals and dreams changed when I had her. So it wasn't like I was sacrificing anyway. I didn't feel
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I got hyped. Video almost over. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Your goals really change and they may get prolonged. Like me, I was supposed to move to Houston last year, but due to the kid, you feel me, it got prolonged a little further. I think we moving at the end of March, you feel me, or at the end of February, you feel me. That's kind of like what it is, but nothing gets stopped. I'm never letting it stop. You feel me? This is gonna benefit them, so hey,
Feel
it
like
ain't stopping.
I was throwing opportunities in the trash. So when I had my daughter, it was this complete shift. As soon as I got pregnant, that wow, it was a come to Jesus moment. Your life is not about you anymore. Quite literally, there's two of you now, and it was such a humbling spiritual experience. Once I just felt that love and knew I would do anything for her, and you see this hope in their little eyes, and they're like a blank piece of paper just ready to have a story rewritten, a beautiful story, and you get to be a part of it, and it's just so cool. It's not even like you're in control. As a parent, you realize how little control you have,
Yeah.
and how you're just kind of along for the ride.
So being a teen parent it's not bad. It's actually a benefit. It's actually a benefit.
I would still, I don't know if I'd recommend it. I wouldn't recommend
Oh, no,
it.
no,
but
no, no,
if
no.
you can,
Yeah, don't get pregnant.
I would not recommend it.
Shit, I recommend. I mean, that's the end of the video. They finna hug, shake, and cry. But I ain't gonna lie. I'd recommend having a kid early, like very, very early, like early 20s. You feel me? Now, teen pregnancy, no, I wouldn't say have it at 16, 17, anything minor. But if you're grown and again, if you're grown and out the house, you're not a kid no more. You're not innocent no more. You feel me? You're ready for responsibility. So I believe you're ready to start a family if that's what you want. You feel me?